Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Triangle Strategy walkthrough. I'm just getting ready to reload my game here, or load it up, so we can continue on with the story.
Thus did Serenoa ascertain the Scale's true purpose. Taking up the mantle of his late father, Lord Simone, and the ill-fated Dragan, Serenoa returns to present his allies with a bold new vision for Norzelia's future.
I have made up my mind. We turn the salt crystals over to no one, but we do not keep them for ourselves. Instead, we distribute them equally to every person across Norzelia and change the face of the continent.
Do you hear yourself?
Do you mean this sincerely, Serenoa?
What of the Roselle?
I speak my conscience, and I promise I have not forgotten the Roselle. Pray, grant me the time to explain my strategy. We must put an end to the teachings if we are to release the salt to all Norzelians. Which is to say, the holy state of Hyzant must fall.
So we are to take up Benedict's proposal?
No. I propose we attack on 3 separate fronts.
At the same time?
We will use our domain's wildfire to prevent Hyzant from capturing the mines. Meanwhile, I wish to negotiate an accord with Esfrost that affords us use of the Death Snell. I know full well the risks involved. However, I believe we can convince Svarog, who opposes the Archduke, that an alliance is worthwhile. Finally, we expose the falsehoods that prop up Hyzant's precious teachings and incite another Rosellan uprising. In one fell swoop, we can abase the Hierophant and throw the capital into chaos. That accomplished, we shall sack the Holy State with Esfrost at our side. With both the source and the crystals in our possession, no one in Norzelia will ever want for salt. We can bring peace, equity, and stability to all Norzelia, just as Roland envisioned. We can restore the Wolfort name to its former glory and usher it into a new era, as Benedict desires. An era, my dear Frederica, in which the Roselle shall be free once and for all. What I ask may sound impossible, but we have survived long odds before. Let us cling together and do so once again. Do any present have objections to the path I have set before us?
None from me, lad. You've quickened the very blood in my veins.
Permit me to speak plainly, Your Majesty. I am in agreement with Lord Serenoa.
We cannot dream our desires into reality. Some things must be fought for and won.
We've tried your way, Benedict. It's time we tried something new.
What say you 3?
I am ashamed to admit that my obsession with the domain's safety may have blinded me to more aggressive solutions. Your plan is audacious, perhaps even reckless, but it is not impossible, and may well be worth the risk. House Wolfort is better for having you at its helm, Lord Serenoa.
The fate of my people always felt so small compared to the war raging around us. Yet you would still choose to walk a dangerous path, rather than cast the Roselle aside. It would be my honor to fight alongside you, and see this through.
I honestly thought Hyzant would rule better than I could. That they would bring prosperity to Norzelia. I shrank from my duties and lost myself to the idea of revenge upon Gustadolf. I may well have betrayed my own kingdom. But you, Serenoa, opened my eyes to the truth. And for you, my friend, as King of Glenbrook, I shall face any enemy and lead our people to glory.
Then we've no need of the scales. Our path is decided. From here on out, we shall split into 3 regiments. Allow me to explain the role each has to play. I pray that clarifies what each regiment needs do. Prolonging the war risks slowly driving the 3 kingdoms to ruin and starving their people in the process. Not to mention, all involved will lose sight of what they were fighting for, if they haven't already.
Agreed. 'Tis for the good of all if we bring it to a swift and decisive end.
And so we find ourselves contemplating war on 3 fronts.
Hyzant and Esfrost aren't expecting such drastic action from us. The element of surprise may deliver us victory.
As will the leader of each regiment involved in this gambit.
I shall lure the Hyzantian army to their doom here at Castle Wolffort.
Svarog knows who I am, and swore he would fight alongside me. I shall depart for Esfrost and hold him to his word.
Pray, let me be the one to journey to Hyzant. I would love nothing more than to expose their false idol for all to see, and lead my people to rebel in the name of freedom.
Then I shall secure the help of Claris of the Consortium in exchange for information about the salt crystals. He can secret you inside the capital and provide you with explosives enough to fell the goddess. Though we fight on distant fronts, we are bound together in spirit. We fight to the last for Norzelia!
For Norzelia!
No, it can't be. General Avlora? Of the Esfrosti army?
Former General. I come to you now as a citizen of Norzelia, nothing more. I come to House Wolffort in search of sanctuary. I beg you, have the mercy to take me in.
Wait here.
General Avlora, we thought you missing.
Indeed, it was your actions that caused my brief disappearance, though I bear no grudge for how the battle ended. This time, however, I come to you with a humble request. I wish to join your ranks, if you'll have me.
You wish to defect? To what end?
That we may bring this fraught and fractious chapter of Norzelia's history to a close. I would see those of Lady Cordelia's generation preside over an era of peace and tranquility. You've every right to doubt me when I say Lady Cordelia has touched me. But I swore to be her sword forevermore, not Esfrost's.
We have long been enemies. You've taken much from us in Esfrost's name. I know you to be many things, General Avlora, but a schemer and a liar are not among them. I trust that you speak true, and your talk of a swift end to this conflict appeals to me. We are of the same mind.
My lord.
Nevertheless, it remains bad blood between us. There may be some within our ranks who are less than pleased to see you.
I expect there will be. I understand their hurt, and have made my peace with it. I will suffer their slings and arrows gladly, if it means bringing peace to Norzelia.
I admire your conviction. In truth, we have already arrived at our decision. Your strength is a boon we can neither hope to replicate nor replace. I welcome you, General Avlora, to House Wolffort.
My sword is yours, Lord Serenor.
Now, Serenoa, let us divide House Wolford into 3 regiments.
I leave the allocation of forces in your capable hands.
Choose wisely. Once the plan is in motion, we won't have the luxury of adjusting our strategy.
Understood.
Alright, all units will be divided into 3 regiments. Each regiment will fight its own separate battle. So the one thing that I'll say kind of about this is, actually, even the very first time that I had actually done the Golden Road, I was actually really glad that I took the paths that I did. I mean, I don't know what the Golden Route would have been like if I hadn't recruited everybody, but it does end up being the perfect amount of characters if you've recruited everybody up until this point, right? So, you know, if you haven't taken, I mean, if you've done the Golden Route first, that means you wouldn't have Cordelia, you wouldn't have Travis and Trish, so you'd be short 3 players at least, you know, and that's assuming that you've got all of the characters that are kind of like, it doesn't really matter which playthrough you pick, right? Like Decimal, Ian's, you know, that sort of deal. But anyways, let's take a look. So basically, Benedict's battle is going to be very similar to the one in Chapter 7, where we face off against Avlora. You know, it'll be the Wolfort domain. We can use the Hawk statues. I think I'm going to just not use them again, and just see kind of how it plays out. Frederica's is very similar to her battle from, you know, her ending, if you've done that. And then, excuse me, Roland's battle is kind of weird. We haven't really fought one quite like it. You know, it's at Twinsgate at least, so, you know, I can't remember which. I think actually it was Roland's ending where we fought Sicris there towards the end of the game. But you know, I don't know. I don't. You face off against Gustadolf though, so, which I suppose is a little bit more like Roland's ending as well. Let me just take a look here though. Oh boy, I might have to tab out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tab out, I think, and check my steel list. I vaguely remember Gustadolf being worthwhile to steal from, but let me check one more time. Yeah, so I just rechecked, and actually, of all of the 3 I guess setups, Roland's is the only one that's really, I would say, worth stealing during. And that's because Gustadolf does have an accuracy bracelet. So I don't know, maybe I'll put Travis over with him. I honestly don't really know that I care that much about stealing that, but you know, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Benedict's group, I feel like, needs to be the strongest, so I'm gonna put Decimal with him. And then let's grab, where is Medina? Yes, we'll use Medina in this one as well. Flanagan, man, it's been a long time since I've used him. I'll keep Milo with Benedict. We'll just, you know, use Milo for some charms. Let's see. Probably Hewitt needs to go with him as well. Sarah Noah, I think I might throw him in with Frederica. Let's grab Julio for Benedict's group as well. There he is. I remember Roland's battle being pretty intense. Although, I don't know, actually, now that I think about it, I think I sniped off Gustadolf, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll try that again. Maybe I'll throw Archibald over here with him. And then let's put Julio with as well. Ian's over here too. So this group's got a healer with Gila. This group actually kind of has two. Right now, anyway. I don't know if I'm going to leave it like this. This is a pretty strong group right here. Though I kind of feel like I want more range. Yeah, I can't really hog it all though. Frederica needs some too. Actually, Frederica, let's put Rudolph over in Frederica's group. Piccoletta might work out okay with decoy on Rollins. The problem with the Rollins is you don't have a whole lot of time, and then the enemies are just like you start very, very close to the enemies, so maybe some sort of distraction might work out well. Also, yeah, her group probably doesn't really move that, or I'm sorry, Roland's group doesn't really have to move a whole lot, so Cordelia might work out well there. Although that probably is the case with Benedict as well. Actually, yeah, really all of these. Now that I think about it, I think you can kind of just let the enemies come to you. Quarantine probably will work there. Yeah, that looks okay. Honestly, I'm a little concerned about this group, Benedict's group, because this is going to be the one that's doing a ton of fighting. Yeah, maybe I should really probably swap somebody else in here. Yeah, some more damage. Can I, oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't save or anything right now. Maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know. This kind of looks okay. I think I might just go like this. Giovanna, unfortunately, yeah, I think she's pretty much garbage. So the rest of this group is really going to need to make up for how bad she is. Yeah, I'm just trying to think also if there's like a better spot. I mean, maybe she would be better in Benedict's, but I don't know that there's any like grassland that I would, want to take advantage of. And I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Actually, I could throw some ice down, and then she can use. I mean, these two could stand together, and she could use her like ice-based ability. I forget the name of it. Gelid or Gelid Barrage or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go like this. Can it be changed? Proceed. Yeah, let's do it. Regiment to catch an army. Okay. Cool.
Hyzant raises their army on the presumption they can seize the Grand Norzelian mines for themselves. The Hierophant has ordered them to destroy House Wolford as well. We, however, will not yield. The salt crystals are ours, and we will defend them with our lives. Hyzant shall bend the knee at the tip of our blades. Their army may have the advantage of numbers, but even that will mean naught against our wildfire traps. The Hyzantian army blindly obeys the Hierophant. But the Hierophant has no power here. We choose our own path, and we have the courage of our convictions. This battle is but the first step on the path Lord Serenoa has laid before us. Let us take this first step together and rejoice. For Norzelia, now and forever.
Twins Gate is sealed. Gustadolf hardens his defenses at the encampment within. We will approach the gate and request an audience. We may yet find common ground with Esfrost. The Duchy wields the Death Snell, a weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield surrounding Hyzant to rubble. We need that weapon if we are to break the Holy State's stranglehold on Salt, and thus Norzelia. I know this may feel a betrayal to some of you. Esfrost invaded us. They are the enemy. They murdered my father and brother. And I will never forget nor forgive them for it. But I believe if Father were still here, he would see that I go to Esfrost for the right reasons. That I ask them for aid so that we may thrive. For above all, a king's duty is to his people. And I would sooner cast out the shadows of the past by building a brighter future than lament our lot in life. I ask for your aid in building that bright future. Let us walk the path set before us by Serenoa, and lead Norzelia into a new era of peace and prosperity unlike any we've known.
To the plan. We shall slip into the capital of the Holy State, disguised as a band of merchants from the Norzelia Consortium. Lord Claris has taken on no small amount of risk in agreeing to help us gain entry. We are truly in your debt, Lord Claris.
I stand to gain more from a liberated Norzelia, where Hyzant no longer dictates the terms of trade and commerce. In short, spare no extra thoughts for me. This is as much a business consideration as it is helping those in need.
As he says, this is for the future of Norzelia. We now endeavor to destroy the goddess's likeness that serves as a pillar of their teachings. If the Rosellan legends are true, we will find that the statue concealed a massive pillar of salt that was stolen from my people. This salt pillar is incontrovertible proof that the teachings and the goddess around which they are built are lies. The faithful will be shaken to their core, and the Hierophant's power will wane. With luck, we may even show the Roselle they were without fault, inciting them to rise once more and cast off the yoke of their oppressors. This is nothing less than a battle to wrest control of Norzelia from the clutches of a capricious and vengeful goddess. Have you prepared the explosives, Lord Claris?
Prepared and loaded onto a cart, my lady. Enough to bring the goddess back to Earth, I should think.
Excellent. Then let us depart.
You are a marvel, Lady Frederica. A Rosellan with Esfrosti blood, fighting under House Wolfort's banner. Who better than you to challenge Hyzant's tyranny? Do you not feel the weight of destiny upon you?
This is not destiny, Lord Claris. Nothing could be less certain than the moment in which we find ourselves. Serenoa and I have traveled a long, hard road together. It brought us here, but it does not end here. And so we walk on.
Now you seek to fell the goddess. You are possessed of an iron will, if you'll forgive the expression.
I shall take that as a compliment. Watch over us, Mother.
From across the border, the Hyzantian army marches, its sights set on the Grand Norzelian mines. At its head is Exham Marshal of the Saintly Seven. Seizing control of the Salt is not his sole objective. He has come to investigate disturbing rumors that Serenoa Wolfort has forsaken the blessing of the goddess. Knowing the answer to that question and the repercussions it will provoke, House Wolfort and its allies have carved out a strategy on which their survival will hinge. They will divide their forces into three, each acting in concert to outwit their adversary. Roland will lead a company to the Esfrosti border, where they will entreat Lord Svarog for his support and the use of his death knell. Frederica will lead her own retinue to the source to reveal the lies of the goddess's teachings and rouse the Roselle to action as her mother did before her. Benedict will remain in the Wolfort domain, ready to risk all in an effort to stave off the Hyzantian army. United by their faith in Serenoa's vision, each takes to their preparations with resolve, understanding fate's judgment is at hand.
Minister Exham has arrived with the full might of Hyzant in tow. He requests a parley. How diplomatic of him, considering his forces already surround the castle. Doubtless he'll demand that we surrender the salt crystals, and that we bow our heads low to the Hierophant. We'll deny him, of course, and a battle will follow. We must make ready. The common folk have been led to shelter, and we have oil aplenty. All that is left is to steel our resolves. Although our forces are fewer, we have the advantage of terrain. Prudent use of our traps will turn the tide of battle in our favor. The enemy knocks at our gates, but we must remain calm as we form our strategy. Our friends await news of our victory.
Alright, so let's do this exploration phase really quickly. This is happening on the Wolfort streets. It says, Benedict prepares for battle with Hyzant, a foolproof strategy to claim victory in hand.
These traps will set our foes aflame, but at the cost of the city. We survived one battle without resorting to them, but the stakes have risen substantially. However, any means shall be justified by the end we fight for, the future we fight for. I will do what I must to win. To that end, I would survey the terrain one final time.
Alright, so this actually is a new, or would be a new exploration phase had I not already done this, but I will go over where the items are located. So Benedict says the Hawk statuettes are in place. With them, we can reduce the Hyzantian forces to ash. Once the war is over, I'm going to open up shop again. When House Wolfort prevails and peace returns, the town will thrive, and so will my business. So you stand behind yet another courageous lord takes me back to the Sultanian War. Makes me think we can win this fight, just like we did the last. Yeah, excellent. Alright, so there's 3 different items in this house here. Looks like there's one here. I don't know what this is, but it's... No, I'm sorry. This is only 2 items. It's 1,700, which is pretty pathetic at this point in the game, honestly. And then large... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Weird. Yeah, actually, it looks like there's only one. There's only one item here. It's this one right here. And again, I don't know if that's the coins. It's either coins or a large range HP recovery pellet. Let me just find this other one or this next one. Alright, so the one with the little boy in it, I don't know if there's actually any... No, I don't think there's anything in this one. Oh, wait, yeah. Nope. Nope, I don't think there is anyone or anything in this building. Excuse me. Yeah. Alright, let's keep looking here. Alright, so the room with the cat in it, there's something here in this pot. It looks like 2,800 coins. Should be there. Let's talk to the merchant here. Welcome, I'm going to be of service today. Unfortunately, he doesn't have anything interesting. He's just got amulets. Guess I'll buy a Panacea pellet. Always try to grab those whenever they're available. Alright, next house. Let's check this one. Alright, it looks like this is... Yeah, I'm not actually seeing anything in this house either. Yeah, I don't see anything in that one. Okay. And then, let's see here, down here. Alright. This should be an HP bracelet, which should be right here in this on this table. Probably where this like glass bottle is at. And then let's check this house here. Alright, so we've got... This looks a lot like the same room as the cap. That's kind of funny. Yeah, they're very similarly set up. But I don't think there's anything in this one. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Yeah, let's go back. There is 2 items in here. I was just didn't have this spun quite the right way. So here on this shelf is the second item. So again, it's like 1,700 coins, which I think is like right around here, and then it's actually 3 large ranged HP recovery pellets, somewhere here in this on that shelf. Next up, there should be 2 cure-all pellets next to the hawk statue in the middle of town here. It looks like it's kind of like right in here. And then 3,500 coins all the way down here at the bottom. It's like in this grass, this little patch right here. And then the HP bracelet I already went over. And then the last item is down here, kind of by these rocks, which is 2 superior stones. So those will be, crafting materials. There are no conviction choices, so we don't really need to go through those. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'm not going to bother speaking with the rest of the people, but the hawk statuettes are already set up. Obviously, I did that earlier on in the game, but yeah, I'm kind of curious actually if you take the route where you hand over Roland, what would change, because it's that phase that we kind of reveal the 4th hawk statuette. So I'm really curious how that plays out if you've taken the Roland route, earlier, or handing over Roland to Esfrost earlier on in the game. But anyways, let's end the exploration here. The stage is set. Now we await the arrival of Minister Exam.
House Wolfort certainly has a curious way of greeting visitors.
As the Holy State has a curious way of announcing its arrival. I believe we can dispense with the formalities. We won't capitulate to your show of force.
Then you turn your back on the Holy One?
That is correct. You will not step foot inside the mines. You will not lay a single finger on the salt crystals.
I hope you understand the gravity of your words. The salt crystals represent the power to rule over Norzelia. You're a fool if you think we will let you have them.
It represents much more than that. It represents the end of your tyranny, the end of the suffering you've inflicted on our realm for generations. You care not for the happiness of the common people, nor do you give a whit for our house's survival.
And I take it that means you intend to survive this little outburst of yours. Allow me one question, then. What will you do with the salt crystals?
We will set right this world you've corrupted.
What fools you are. You would orchestrate your own destruction for something as uncertain as what is right. A pity. I had hoped young Serenoa would be a strong ally. A shame he has chosen a false cause.
History shall attest to the justice of our cause and the wickedness of yours.
I needn't await history's judgment, Benedict. You and yours are naught but heretics, and you shall share the fate all heretics share. In the name of the goddess, I declare your lives forfeit.
All right, that's going to be it for this one. I am going to do the battle here in the next video. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.